Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place to find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we're here with Robin Shimizu and friends and her guest, which we will introduce shortly. You can see her right here on stage. However, we're going to start with Robin, and I want to give a shout out, Robin, first of all, to my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. So if you're looking for us, you can find us over there at bizchicks.net. And Robin is here because we're all about happy, healthy habits, and today it's healthy habits with Robin Shimizu and friends. So let me find your banner. Here we go. And we're going to put you on Front Street, Robin. Do you have a habit for us today, a tip today?
I do.
Oh, good.
Okay, so I am not a Qigong practitioner per se. I dabble in it. And I've been looking into it. I'm going to bring somebody on the show that's going to teach us more about Qigong. But in the meantime, what I wanted to do was to introduce the idea, because Qigong is a form of, they describe it as a form of movement meditation. So if you have a difficult time sitting quietly and meditating, an option might be for you to look into Qigong. It's spelled Qigong, Qigong. And it's spelled different ways, but that's the main way that they spell it. It's a very, very ancient, traditional Chinese form of, it's actually energy healing. So what it does is it moves what they call your blood energy or your prana through your body. And I'm going to just show you one thing real quick because we really have only a few minutes. So you're sitting at your computer and you're feeling kind of lethargic, or you've been at your computer for a couple of hours and you need to just get up and just do something to move that energy through. So I'm going to get up and show you a way that you can do that. So you just get away from your computer.
Oh.
Literally you bounce on your heel and you shake your out like this. So you're bouncing and shaking. I'm going to back up so you can see a little bit more of me. And you're just bouncing, and you just do this for a few minutes and you shake real hard. And what it does is it just makes that energy in your blood, in your system, flow better, and you just feel more energized. And it's a way of moving your energy through your system to give yourself some peace, basically. And then you can go back to work because you're going to feel so much better.
Wow.
You're going to feel energy, and in your whole body, you'll just feel so much better. You just bounce on your heels, not bouncing not jumping, just bouncing on your heels gently and shake your hands really, really hard.
You know what? This reminds me of kindergarten when they used to have us just shake it out. Remember that? Okay, we're back from the playground and we're just going to shake it out. Who knew that they were helping us to get our blood energy going? Wow, because circulation got to go through the brain. Wow. Good morning, Cecilia. Good morning. And Jill's in the house. Good morning, Jill. Jill says good morning, Terry, Brenna, Robin. And Maureen is in the house. She says good morning, lady. Cecilia's in the house. So we all saw you shaking, girl. We all saw you shaking it up over there. Jill says, thanks, Robin. Really good for when I'm sitting too much or first thing in the morning. Isn't that great? Wow.
And there's some science behind it. But I'm going to get somebody on the show that's going to teach us more about Qigong because it's a really, really cool thing to just be aware of. So, yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you. We're going to have you introduce your guests now while I'm thanking everybody in the audience. So if you want to go ahead and let people know who is coming up.
we have Brenna Garcia, who is our environmental toxin free lady. She teaches all about how to get rid of toxins in our environment, our home, our personal selves, whatever, which is really, really super important during these times. We need to be super clean and super careful. And
Mm-hmm.
also an artist. She's also an incredible entrepreneur. She does aromatherapy. She's amazing. So she's a mom of 3 kids. Just a beautiful person. So yes, I love Brenna. So let's bring her on. There she
Okay.
is.
So Brennan, let's unmute you. Unmute yourself. Let's see here.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
There you go.
Wow, thank you. That was a great intro, Robin. I'm so flattered. You know, when you put it down on paper, I guess it's kind of interesting to see. You're like, okay, I do all those things
Yes,
effectively and efficiently. So, gotta love effective and efficiency, right?
Yes.
So, I love you ladies too. You guys are amazing. Great inspirations. So, I wanted to talk to everyone today about breathing easier. And Carolina is a great she helped share me what her struggle is, or you know what would be a good idea. And I was like, yeah, breathing easier, because we're all indoors. And we back when I was in high school, I would hear this term, the air inside your home is more toxic than the air outside your home. And I that just stuck with me all throughout high school and my early years of college. And I'm like, so I was kind of curious and researching kind of why that would be. So apparently all of our electronic devices give off dust particles of what they're made out of. Some of the pollutants that's in dust is actually harmful to our respiratory system. So then add on top of that the cleaning products that we use, that kind of compounds what we use. And so back in the old days, people would just open up their windows and let the air circulate through their homes at the beginning of the day to start, of course, depending on, you know, the seasons. But they knew that sun and air circulation was healthy and normal for, you know, keeping your home, the air inside your home, healthy. So I want to help you eliminate the amount of work of breathing easier.
Yeah,
So
I like that. Making breathing easier by eliminating work sounds like a plan to me.
because we're all working, right? 7. I mean, I have a monitor on, and I'm sure other moms with littles do the same. So our brains are constantly working, and we might get a little bit into the PTSD situation, but just jump up because we hear some choking or crying, you know. So I want to help you have less work by eliminating the toxins and synthetics that contribute to respiratory issues and just having work. And so that would be simply using 2 cloths to clean your home. And you don't have to use a spray and wait. You don't have to continuously grab something to be able to clean your surface. You're literally just using a cloth wet with water, and then you follow it up to dry. And different sizes we have available, but let's get rid of the dust and just wipe down what we need and be done with it.
I love this idea. Now, I want you to know that Jerry says she's all about the let's get this done with the less work. She's in agreement. She thinks
she's like, yes, less work.
Yes, this is awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I know that we have talked about some of these things before, but you know what? I have these things and I have not actually used them. So I know you think that you must be preaching to the choir, but you know, you really need You need to keep telling us about these things. So, what do you have that can save us time, money, and energy?
Yes. Oh yeah, I got to reserve the energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, what I have is my cloth that I take out when I use on my keys. I always take it out with me. I just wet it with water, and I go about my and getting my errands done without having to worry about the hand sanitizer, the stickiness, the grittiness, because all the sprays that they use don't use them properly because they're supposed to be left on the surface wet for the entire duration of, some of them to say 4 minutes, some of them say another amount of time, but then you're supposed to wipe it off with a clean cloth. Nobody
Oh,
does it, so you grab that shopping cart and it's all sticky.
you know what? Hold on. Let's just marinate on that for just a minute. Because when I go to the grocery store, what about you, Robin? If I don't have my cloth with me, because I usually keep it inside and in a plastic bag, and I gotta take it out the plastic bag and wipe my cart down. If I don't want to, I'll just grab one of those things, wipe the cart, and put my hands on it. And you're saying that is a no-no. Ah,
Yeah, those little sanitizing wipes. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No,
I'm
Really?
supposed to
they're
stand there for 4 minutes and let it dry. And then I'm supposed to have a dry cloth to wipe it off. How
that's
many
a, what a,
if you do that at the grocery store, put a 1 in the chat because you get an A. Okay. I do not do that.
I don't care.
yeah,
I kind of hang out with my environmental cloth though when I'm out and about. It's wet and it's bigger,
yeah.
and I with me. I don't know. I feel safer with it in my hands, and I wipe. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then
Full
I'll wipe
size.
the cart, and I'll wipe down the even stuff that I pick up. Yeah, I feel like I
Uh-huh.
wipe my hands. I pick stuff, put it back. I wipe my hands. Yeah, it's amazing. You just feel
Yeah.
safer.
Well, here's the other thing in this conversation. What that you didn't even realize that you helped me with was clipping it to my keys. I never thought to do that, Robin. It makes it so much more convenient than having it in the little bag in my purse. You know, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I get 4 of them, don't you, Brenna? With one of those little mini environmental clocks, you get 5.
You get
5
five.
in the pack.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I'm now I know how to keep it convenient. Because I've got
Yep.
one sitting on my bathroom sink right now. I should clip it to my keys because it's dry now, and wet it. So if it's on my keys, and it has to be wet, right?
Right. Right. I
So,
just wet it before I leave the house.
okay. So it's damp because
Yeah.
I can keep my keys around my neck, on my lanyard.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And if you forget, you can grab the nearest water bottle your grandchild may have left in the car, your kid or grandkid left in the car, and get it wet with that water.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I usually have a bottle of water in the car somewhere.
yeah, me too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
that's all I
I
do.
don't know what's Maureen's got going on over here. Maybe you can help her out, Brenna. She said,
So,
my candle caught fire and I could not blow it out. It sent the fire alarm off. My husband could not
stop
stop
sneezing.
sneezing in the morning. My nostrils, and we were black as the candles containers. So
Oh, yeah. So I know what she's talking about.
thank you. Help me out with this because I'm confused. Oh, and
Well,
hold on, before you do that, Jill's comment is she uses these cloths at the gas station visits.
Yeah,
I use them everywhere.
I wipe off my credit card after I swipe it. I know that sounds crazy, but I do.
No, it's not. I do.
You do too? Okay.
Because honestly, yeah, that's part of having less work is not getting sick. So if I take this little extra measure to avoid the potential of, picking up something,
Mm-hmm.
I'll not have more work. If somebody gets sick, that's more work for me. And then also more medical bills it's still more costly. So it's easier just to get my $25 pack of 5 and be on my way.
Exactly. I love it. Okay.
But yes, I thank you so much for sharing that, Jill, and thank you everyone for tuning in. Maureen, your candle, yeah, I've done that before. But the thing is a lot of candles that are out there, especially where I used to buy candles, they have a lot of toxins that when you burn, they emit carbon. You know, when you hold a glass over a candle, the carbon, you can see the black soot on it. So that's constantly, as you burn candles, go into your air inside your home. And that on top of, and it's not just like burning firewood, because candles have a lot of synthetic fragrances and a lot of added ingredients that they don't disclose to us. There's one
Oh,
candle company that does. But ideally, if you want to keep the air inside your home healthy, you wouldn't want to burn candles, especially if you're an asthmatic, because it contributes to, you get that black soot under your nose, contributes to breathing issues.
wow. I must not burn a lot of candles because I've never experienced where it irritated me to the point where it left soot or you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's also part of like the quality of candle that people might get. I only have one candle brand that I utilize.
Do you want to
That's
do you want to share? Not endorse, just share who you get your candles from.
I get my candles from NYR Organic, and they disclose all the ingredients that are in there. Neil's Yard Remedies Organic. They disclose all of the ingredients that they put in their candles.
Okay, so guys, if you need more information, you're going to have to contact Brenna about that. Now, she says, thank you. She has her 5. So we're all on the same accord. And she
Yeah,
says, toxicity we bring in our homes, yeah, through the types of candles, Maureen.
yeah,
Wow. So let's bring this all together here. We talked about today how to breathe easier. Brenna has helped us enormously. Oh my gosh. And we just want to say, look, guys, if you got an issue with sanitizing different things as you go through, as you navigate through the planet, you might
yeah,
want to call Brenna or go over to her page, Happily Green and Clean, and get these products over on her Norwick's page, which you're going to put the links in after the show if you need, because you may want to order some for someone else because hey, we took care of self. Now maybe we need to help somebody else.
yeah.
They are convinced that this is not going away anytime soon.
Right.
Sometimes we're in denial, ladies.
I mean, yeah, it's not a difficult thing, but it's just, I haven't used bleach. I have no bleach in my home, no Lysol in my home, none of these products in my home for 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I mean, I could invite anyone in to come in and look, mask up, but yeah.
You're gonna have to mask up at the door. Okay, with that, we want to ask Robin, who's on for next week. But we want to thank you before we go. We want to thank Brenna and let her know that we appreciate everything you did, Bren, today,
Thank you so much for having me on, ladies.
helping us to breathe easier. Now I'm going to put Robin in solo, and we're going to hear what's going on next week.
So next week we have Linus Woodmillan, who's going to be with us, and she always brings us lots of great information. So looking forward to seeing Linus next week. And then after Linus, we have Brenna back actually on March 4th. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. If you guys have questions for Brenna, put them in the chat and she'll answer them next week. Or you can go to her Facebook page, Happily Green and Clean, and we will help you with
Yes.
that.
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
Okay. Now, okay. So, anything else, Robin?
No, that's about it. I
I
wanted to.
keep changing these views. I'm sorry. let me put Brenda on here because she was saying something and I clicked the button. Hold on. Yes, Brenda. What were you gonna say?
You're fine. I was just gonna say I'd be grateful to help anyone with any of their challenges that they might be experiencing, because that is my specialty, and I would love to help.
Great. So, Maureen, you might want to you might want to call Brenda about what's going on with the candles. Okay. With that, we're going to get ready to go. We want to thank you all. Robin, we love your guests. They just always have such great tips for us on how to live better, how to take the hassle out of our hustle. And we'll see you next week. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.